So I'm sure you can tell the weather today is 1,000 times better. Nothing on the ground is wet. Although tomorrow and the next few days is supposed to be rain again, so that kind of sucks. But let's finish what we tried starting yesterday and get the rear bar on there and actually finish all of that. And then I kind of want to try and touch up. I'm probably going to do my wipers. Super common that the paint kind of comes off on your wipers and it looks really like kind of gross and bleh. So I'm going to try and take these off today and give them a coat of black paint. And I think that'll just spruce them up, make them look good. Anyways, let's get straight into it. Try and get the rear bar mounted and the pods and everything on there. We'll go from there. So the rear bar is on there now. The only thing that we're waiting on is for the Sikaflex silicone to dry for this pod here. So that's why I've kind of got that tire leaning against it to stop it from moving. So we'll let that set for a couple hours just like that. But for now, I'm going to get onto the wipers. I do want to wash the car today as well because it's got a lot of like, you know, just dirt and stuff on the rear bar and fiberglass dust and things like that, as well as the rest of the car's seen better days and needs a wash too. But yeah, otherwise that's pretty much where we're at. We'll try and take these wipers off now. I'm pretty sure this end cap here just kind of lifts up. Yep, and I can get to that bolt there. There we go. Take that whole thing off and we'll spray it. And I think same with the fronts. I just got to take the hood up, undo the bolts on each wiper, and then yeah, we'll go over it with some sandpaper. I'm just going to paint this part, so I am going to take the wipers off. So just this metal part here is going to get paint, like this whole thing here. Anyways, let's get to that. So I just wanted to show you guys how to get your rear wiper off, because I know a lot of people don't know this. So this little flap lifts up, which gives you access to the bolt. Now you can't get a rattle gun or anything in there, so you do need to use a spanner. And what you want to do is hold the wiper here with one hand as you have the other hand on the spanner to loosen it off. And then you just need a flathead screwdriver to try and like pry it up, because it kind of does get like pressed in there on the shaft. And then the next thing you need to do is remove the wiper assembly itself from the actual like stalk. And there's this little kind of, if you look in here, you can kind of see it. See this little flap here? You pull that down, and then with your other hand, you should be able to, if I can do this while holding the camera, it'll be a miracle, but I don't think I can. Let me put the camera down and I'll show you. Okay, so just like I was saying, you want to put pressure down on that little flap there, and then just push the whole thing forward, this whole shaft, and it slides right off. This you don't have to worry about. In fact, you can replace this entire assembly from just like places like, I guess like Super Cheap Auto in Australia, in Japan, like you can get them from Up Garage, Autobucks, all those type of automotive places. AutoZone, I guess, in the States and things like that would be fine. But yeah, you don't need to worry about this. All you want is this, because this is a thing that you can't really replace easily. So I'm going to clean this up with some sandpaper, and then we're going to spray on some really nice black paint. We'll go from there. This end piece, by the way, is a plastic, so you need to be very gentle with that. You don't want to break that, and if it's super brittle, just maybe hit it with a hot air gun and heat it up a bit so it's not so brittle and gonna break on you. Anyways, let's get to it. Okay, so I've got it all in there and prepped now. Once I finished sanding off everything, I gave it a quick clean with, this is like wax and grease remover and silicone remover. So it's a good like thing to kind of just take off anything on there that's gonna cause any issues with the paint. And what I'm going to do is just hit it with this nice kind of, it's a gloss black. I kind of would have preferred matte black, but it's all good. It'll still look good, I think, even if it's gloss. So I'm going to hit that now. I always try to spray little things inside boxes like this, and it just helps to prevent, one, overspray, and two, it also helps to stop dust and things like blowing in there and flicking on the fresh paint. So I'm going to go and hit this now, and we'll pick it up from there. So I got the first coat on there. We're going to let that dry, and I'm going to do pretty much the same process 2 more times. I want 3 coats on there to try and fill in some of the imperfections on there. I mean, it doesn't need to be perfect though, just because it is just a wiper. So, you know, who kind of cares, right? As long as it's all black. But yeah, I definitely want to, once that's finished, I'll put that on. I'll move the car in the middle here. I get to drive the car, yay, all but like 2-3 meters in my private driveway so that I can wash it. But still, I'll get to be behind the wheel and kind of put my foot on the clutch and let it out. Sorta, kinda. Okay, I'm desperate now. It's crazy how going into this suspension, I was like, yeah, you know what? It's not gonna be nothing, like 45 days, no problem. We'll go do the class and everything. It'll go by super fast. But here I am, and I am literally like, this is killing me. All I wanna do is drive. and I can't. But what's really awesome is I have amazing friends who have hit me up from all over Japan, well, all over Tokyo at least, and have said, hey man, I'm planning to go to Daikoku this date, I'll pick you up on the way, take you with me, and you know, hey, I'm going to this car meet, I'll take you with me. So really appreciate all the friends that have offered, as well as some of you guys that I don't know who have also been DMing on Instagram saying that you're visiting and you're more than happy to drive me around. I do appreciate the offer, I really do, but obviously I don't want to milk everyone, you know what I mean? Like I obviously need to suffer and take this punishment, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, I'm rambling on now, so we'll wait for that to dry and we'll put on a couple more coats and we'll go from there. So I've got the rear wiper on there and it looks so much better, freshly painted. Gonna slip this cap on, that's the final thing, and she's done. I mean, it's the little things sometimes, right? Like, it really is. And that looks so much better than what it previously did. It's actually like way blacker, the fresh paint, compared to this. So I don't know, maybe I should have painted the plastic part too, but oh well, I'm sure this will fade and start to look the same over time. I've decided to leave the front ones for now. I'll do those at a later date, maybe when I'm working in the engine bay all day, just because, I mean, it's not super bad, but I definitely want to clean these up and repaint the whole thing again. These ones are a little bit more involved because the hood kind of can get in your way, so it's a bit difficult to get to. So I just decided to skip them for now. I'm being a bit lazy, I know, but you know, you can't blame me. I also figured it'd be time for us to crack one of these open. It's been a while since I've done this in a vlog, I think. So, buckle in, boys. Hope you're ready. Oh yeah, that sweet, sweet sound. Don't forget, whole carton of these are going in the JDM giveaway. Get your stickers for your entries below. sammit.net/shop. Seriously, every time I drink one of these, it just gets better. I don't know why, but this is seriously the best canned coffee I've ever had here in Japan. It beats all the Boss Coffee ones, except Max Coffee. Max Coffee, though, is in its own territory. That's completely different. You can't really rate this and that on the same level. Anyways, I'm going to pack everything up. I'm going to go inside, and I'm probably going to do a live stream tonight, play some games with you guys. If you aren't following me on SAMMIT Live, it's a second YouTube account where I go live there generally every second day, and I play games with you guys, sometimes late at night, my time as well. If I'm struggling to get to sleep, I sometimes do a live stream in a game for like a couple hours at like 1, 2 a.m. But if you don't want to miss out on a live stream, I definitely recommend you subscribe to SAMMIT Live. There's a link for that down in the description. I think we're at 807 subscribers there now, and once we get to 1,000, we can turn on monetization and super chat and things like that. So it'd be really cool to unlock those features. But yeah, SAMMIT Live is strictly pretty much for me to go live and game with you guys and hang out and do those really regular live streams that won't affect the algorithm for the main channel. Anyways, like I said, pack everything up, we'll head inside. I was going to give the car a wash, but I decided not to because the weather says it's going to rain for the next couple days. So I figured I'll just start the engine and listen to it for a bit and kind of try and not feel depressed that I can't take it out on the street and rip it. Although I do have my international driver's permit coming for my Australian license in the next few days. The temptation is real. But obviously I don't want to ruin my chances in driving here, so I'm not going to even risk it. That's for when I go to the States next month. Just listen to that. I miss her, guys. Oh man. I know a lot of you guys have probably experienced exactly this feeling and everything that I'm going through right now with my license suspension. I know for a fact, like Sam Vaines, he definitely did. He lost his license for 6 months due to a dodgy cop. And then because in Australia there's some weird law, but anyways, because he already had like a loss of, anyways, it doubled and stacked up. They gave him like 1 6-month and then 1 3-month or something all on top of each other, but they never sent him the letter for the second one. So he went to go and, you know, get his license back, and they were like, oh yeah, no, sorry, that suspension's finished now you got to finish the second one. And he was like, wait, what? No one told me. And I mean, I can't even imagine what that feels like. I think he's been without his license now for nearly 9 months. But still, nonetheless, I'm sitting here now, and actually I'm really fortunate that it's only going to end up being 45 days without my license. So, and I'll be traveling to the States and possibly Hong Kong, China, Shenzhen while I'm doing that. So there's going to be some cool content coming with that stuff. I would be lying if I said I wasn't struggling right now with content. It's also hard for me to be motivated to work on the car because, you know, you can't take it for a drive after you've worked on it and feel the difference or enjoy the car, you know what I mean? So there's a whole, like, you know what I mean? Like, I understand, and I know that you guys understand really well exactly what I'm going through. I'm not complaining whatsoever. I'm just talking about a situation that I'm sure we all can relate to, because at some point in our lives, I feel like every car guy has had a license suspension at one point, either from doing something stupid or just something really unfair. Well, I mean, I think all of us car guys pretty much say that every time we've lost our license is because it was unfair, but in all honesty, we've all done the wrong thing. Anyways, enough talking. I'm gonna sit here and just rev my car for a bit and try not to annoy my neighbors, but just enjoy the sound of my RB because it's so much more responsive now. Oh man. Just listen to that. Doesn't that just sound good? At least she's all back together now and looks like a car again. Well, I mean, it always looked like a car, but you know what I'm saying. I kind of actually digged not having the rear bumper on for a bit. I thought it looked kind of cool, and I was thinking about maybe if we could find some kind of wing or something that came off the back and up, it would look super cool, but then that means I can't really get access to my boot. But still, I don't know, maybe I should design and make something like that in the future. It'd look kind of cool. We definitely got some battle scars on her now, but I mean, daily drift car, right? Well, it's not really getting used daily right now. Oh my God, I'm so depressed. So I'm inside and I'm about to start editing, but I just wanted to say I'm really sorry that the content in the last couple days has really been lacking. I feel like I need to, you know, step it up a notch. And I know that I can still produce really good content even though I don't have my license. It definitely does seem as well though that a lot of people aren't watching right now because I don't have my license. According to the analytics, it's definitely since I lost my license, stats have definitely been affected, but that's okay. I understand that, obviously. But yeah, so what I'm planning to do tomorrow is get out of the house, go check some stuff out, show you guys around and things like that. So that should be pretty good. But yeah, like I just need to start thinking a little bit more out of the box, and I feel like all these little things that I'm doing on the car, like while they are good and you know the little things do count, like I said, it's kind of a bit boring, I feel. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think in the comment section. I'm going to say catch you in the next one. But before I go, definitely make sure that you get yourself some stickers so that you get an entry into the competition. Link is down in the description, as well as subscribe to SAMMIT Live. Link is also in the description. Catch you in the next one, guys. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Ja mata ne.